Man, we got to move here, yo. Alright, stop that.
Yeah, I gotta make sure she's still up by the time I get done.
Yup, you already know.
Man, just hop in, man, just slide up in there, like.
And nigga, it ain't always that easy, bruh.
Hell no.
It ain't always that easy, homie.
Especially that married life.
Yup.
Well, shoot,
Really?
When I get married, it's gonna happen. It's gonna walk right up in the bed, slide up in there.
Yeah, alright. That's the same shit I was saying. That's the same shit I was saying. Like, nigga, y'all niggas is bugging. Watch me, nigga. Watch this twinkle. Watch me twinkle toes up in there and make that shit happen. Shit. Like, after a while, you get tired of fussing and putting all that energy. Come on. No. You tired of I don't want to now. Like, straight up.
Well, all I gotta say is thank you for the goal, because that is
What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Gaming Underground Podcast. I think this is number 11, where you get your gaming news and opinions from console gamers and
the PC gamers.
Unbiased gaming news and opinions from console gamers and
PC gamers.
Alright, we had to say that twice. Some of y'all out here ain't living right. Alright, here we go, man. Like I said before, it's episode 11. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff to cover for y'all. But before we get there, man, I'm gonna swing it to the left first. First co-host, representing Baltimore. He is the Lance Stevenson of gaming, everybody. Game Fanatic 386. What's your opening statement, homie?
Let's have a good show. I never have a good opening statement. I gotta start thinking about this before we start.
Boy. You just drew a blank. That was a swing and a miss on that one.
It was, right? Again.
Alright. Swing it over to the right. Represent ATL. Soon to be off at sea. We never to be heard from again. He'll be gone to November. The Wyclef Jean of gaming. The Xbox commissioner, Mr. Mercu 81.
What's going on out there, man? I'm glad to be back. Hopefully we have a good show, and it's good to see the spring is here, man. Go on and enjoy this weather.
Oh.
Go outside, fat asses.
I saw about something. Hey, okay. All right. Last week, I think it was last week, I joined the 30 and older club. I turned 30. Yep, I turned 30, and now you guys are gonna join. You're gonna join the 40 and older club soon, right?
No,
Nah, bro, cut it out.
Nah.
I
ain't even halfway there yet.
I got a little while to go, man. Don't be trying to push me off that cliff. I got a few more to go. Don't try to push me off that cliff just yet.
I'm glad you actually got a reason to take naps in the afternoon, though.
Right. This motherfucker talk about us, and he the one that take naps. Like,
hey man, that's why
you part of the Geritol crew.
That's why people still think I'm 18 years old when they see my face. I get no sleep.
This nigga Tick, boy. He like one of them old men on that movie Cocoon. For real. Straight. Boy, you old bastard. You the oldest young person I know. Alright, let's get started, man. On this will be a real quick one. Just to just to break the monotony here. Star Wars Battlefront. Like any of us give a damn about that game. Just announced that they were giving out some free DLC. I'm gonna just start off by saying that fuck some free DLC. How about refunding a lot of people their money back for buying that bullshit?
Oh,
that game is horrible.
Oh,
what's your take on that, Hong Kong Fooey?
Oh, yo, I was gonna give my feed on that, but you took it to a whole nother level, though. Whole nother level. I don't even gotta say nothing about that no more, because that's all you said what I wanted to say. Good job, man. Okay. Good job. That's
Appreciate it, bro.
I agree with what he said, y'all.
We starting off on the right foot already. What you got, what you got, Bert?
Well, I really don't give a damn about it. But
Alright.
but I just want to see how long it's gonna take for it to come on EA Access. That's it.
And with that news, we'll move on. I told you, man, that was real quick, yo. I don't want to talk anymore about that game. That game was horrible. Let's talk about a couple games. We'll start off about one that got canceled and another one that's got pushed back. Fable Legends was announced to be canceled. The game was actually supposed to be coming out, if I'm not mistaken, later this year. But yeah, amongst other things, the studio that was creating it, word is that it got shut down. And we'll get into Uncharted 4 as well. Uncharted 4, a lot of people recently played the beta. I actually liked it. I thought it was cool, the multiplayer. But it got pushed back. It was originally set to release on April the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. It got pushed back, looked like maybe a couple weeks. So maybe just to fine tune some stuff. I don't really have a problem with that. But Merc, what's your thoughts on Fable Legends being canceled? Because I know you're an Xbox guy.
Man, I actually didn't care about it, but then like once like they said that it was getting canceled, and I actually started seeing like some gameplay of Fable Legend, and it actually seemed kind of interesting. And I kind of feel bad that it's getting canned because it looked like something that I might have would have tried out. But I guess if right now with Xbox and them, trying to do the PC thing and trying to trim the fat, I mean, I guess they had to do what they had to do. Like companies, they're doing that now. Like if you're not bringing them profit, hey, they getting rid of.
Okay. All right, Tick, what's your play on that one?
All right, see me, right? See, I was looking at it like, man, I always said the Xbox always start off with the exclusives, like a bunch of them, and then they just start cutting them all off. But this year, they took it to a whole nother level. All right, so they
What is up with this whole nother level shit? Son?
Man, I'm taking it to a whole nother level today, man. Taking it to a whole nother level, baby. All right, look, I'm not surprised they did this. Actually, I'm more surprised. I said it in my video. I'm more surprised that they got rid of them, but kept Rare, because I mean, they didn't make it. Don't get me wrong. Lionhead hasn't really made anything that was profitable in a few years, so I can understand it. But like, what has Rare done in like the last 20 years? Like, what have they done? Okay, let's not say 20. Let's say like 15 or 18 years. What have they done? Like, I don't know what they've done. The last thing they did was Perfect Dark or something on the 64.
Lived off their name.
Right. So they're probably next. I'm not gonna lie. They're probably next on the chopping block. It's just gonna be Halo, Gears of War, and Forza, and that's it again. So
interesting. So
they're probably working on Battletoads or something though.
It's gonna flop.
Yeah, that shit was good back then, but nobody. I mean, you got your hardcore gamers that's gonna want to play it, but I don't think it's gonna last if they came out with something like a Battletoads right now, this day and age, because it won't be that challenging like how the old one. Because that was by far probably the hardest game I've ever played. Was Battletoads on NES, so that shit was hard as fuck. So yeah.
What's strange is I never played the NES version. I only played the Sega and the Super Nintendo version. I think it was on Super Nintendo, but I never played the NES version.
That's the one, bruh.
Yeah, that's the hard one.
That's the one. That and the Battletoads Double Drag, and them shits was difficult as hell to play.
I played those. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And nothing on Uncharted 4 being pushed back. Does it matter? How do you feel about it? And did you get a chance to play the stress test version that came out this past weekend?
Yeah, I played about like 2 or 3 games during the stream. That was it. I enjoyed it though. I think it's a fun game. And about the pushback, I was a little upset about it, but then I don't care. They're probably going to clean something up about the game, so it's not going to hurt it too bad. It's obvious there's a reason they pushed it back. Something's not ready to come out yet, so I'm glad they're pushing it back to fix whatever problems it's going to be and making sure everything's right before they launch it. So I don't really care.
Yeah, as long as they pushing it back to fix something, I have no problem with that. I'd rather them push it back and have it right than force it out and it's all wrong, like a lot of games that just came out over the past year. And you know I won't say no names. All right, so
But shoot, the way that the tweet went, it made it seem like that the only reason that they pushed it back was for them to make more copies of it so they can get it out to more people. So.
Oh, look at you, Xbox guy.
yeah, man.
But
Took it to a whole nother level, didn't you?
hey man, I game on whatever has games. That's what I mean. I'm not just an Xbox guy. I play everything. Like,
Tell them.
Ooh.
whatever has the game,
that?
that's what I play on.
You mean to tell me there's people out here that actually do that? That they don't play they only play on one particular platform? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, sir.
Good job.
One particular platform, and they don't even try or attempt to try something else on another platform. That shit goes on out here.
Yeah, because once Ratchet and Clank comes out and Uncharted, then I'm gonna be the PlayStation commissioner then. but yeah, I think they kind of made room for Ratchet and Clank to come out too. So you know they went kind of overlap because they was kind of close on release date. So.
All right, cool. All right, well we'll move forward. One of the juicier topics that was out here over the past few days is something in the works of having an upgradable Xbox One. And with that being said, is the Xbox One going to turn into the new PC? Now, Tick, I'll let you have the floor on this one because I know you originally been on the Xbox 360. This fucking guy. You originally been on the Xbox 360. Snorlax, should I call you? Snorlax was originally on the Xbox 360. He's primarily a PC gamer, and I mean, for some people, you can look at it as having the best of both worlds, but you know these Xbox boys not gonna, may or may not be happy about it. Who knows? I just want to know what your take is on it.
Oh man, actually, them dudes were actually excited about this. They were talking about the Xbox idiots that be on YouTube. That they just like the Xbox Mafia. Let's call them that. They actually was hype about it. Like I'm like, yo, like aren't you the same people that say you don't want to get a PC because you don't want to spend parts to upgrade it? I mean, spend money on parts to upgrade it. Like it's pretty much turning it into a PC if you give it any type of upgrade. So I think that's just dumb and it just doesn't make any sense. It's like an oxymoron. It don't make no sense. But Phil Spencer did say something about like he didn't mean like, yo, I'm gonna give you like some parts and you gotta take like a screwdriver and all that and put it inside the Xbox and replace it. He said he was talking like some type of device. So pretty much think of how the Sega Genesis was back in the day when they were losing the Super Nintendo and they created the 32X.
Like the 32X and all that other bullshit.
Yeah.
That was a disaster though, because you still ended up having to have another power source for that part, and it was just a clusterfuck. I remember the 32X. That shit was worse. Right,
and it wouldn't make sense to do it because first of all, you gotta think of it like this. Like think about when first of all, Sega failed because of this. Because if you didn't have, you had to buy 32X games for that system. And then developers will have to make two types of games for it. And then you have to think about the people that don't get that part, like what games they're going to play. Because it's going to be kind of like what Nintendo did with the new 3DS, where the new 3DS could play old 3DS games, but also play the new 3DS games. But if you had the old 3DS, you couldn't play the new 3DS games because they were optimized only for the new 3DS, which was a little faster and better. So that's going to hurt the people who already own an Xbox One. They would have to go either buy that part to play the games the way that the developers want them to play, or they're probably not going to play optimized at all, or you just won't be able to play it. So like that's a bad idea. It's just dumb altogether. unless they do it like PC where you can like change the settings and stuff on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that they would have it like mainly made for like the smaller version of it, but then like you can work your way up and change the settings for like whichever configuration that you got on your Xbox.
Yeah, unless they do that, then it'll work. But again, it's just a PC. If you want to upgrade something and get a better experience, buy a gaming PC. Like there's no reason, especially if you're an Xbox guy, because half of your exclusives, actually 95% of your exclusives are now coming to the PC.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally pointless to even want to do that with an Xbox. Like it's dumb.
Or you can use your Xbox One for what I use mine for, as a router stand.
Stop it. You just took it to a whole nother.
All right, next. Merc, what's your thoughts on this? Merc, I'm tired of hearing this dude say that shit already.
Hold on the level, guys.
All right, this is when the Xbox commissioner comes in. All right, Phil Spencer, he said this, and now all of the Xbox fanboys are stepping up and praising. Oh my God, this is gonna take the Xbox to a whole nother level, man. But maybe a month ago, one of these X fags was just talking about that changing the hard drive in the PlayStation is like performing surgery. How you take?
I'm not gonna lie. That shit.
All you gotta do is slide the panel out and take one screw out.
Yeah, but then when you do that, I'm not saying the actual process of taking the hard drive out, but the process of taking that hard drive out, putting this in there, getting your info from this hard drive to that hard drive, that's a lot of shit, man. And I've been contemplating trying to do it, but as impatient as I am, to me it was like, man, it's like fucking performing open heart surgery just to do it all. Like,
it's not easy, man.
Not just taking it out of there. But I'm saying, as far as the whole entire process, remember with your 360, when you was upgrading from the original, the OG Xbox, it was like the OG Xbox 360. I mean, the OG 20 gig one, and you wanted to transfer it to, say you was upgraded to the 120 gig one, like what I did. You had to have that little cord thingy. Yeah. You just plugging into it, and then it transferred all your files over. That was a lot simpler, but this shit here with the PlayStation 4, man, you gotta do too much shit, man. And then hope to God that you don't make some type of mistake or don't forget to do something like this, and hope all your shit is intact after you finish. You gotta save it on the external, put this over here, put this over. Like, come on, man. I said that when these systems first came out, that 500 gigs wasn't enough, considering the average file size, the average game size is what, 40 gigs?
Yeah, about 40.
I said you get a dozen games into it. Yeah, you get a dozen games into it.
I guess I'm just coming from my side. To me, it's easy, but I don't know. To me, it just baffles me that they'll say that, but then like when they say something that favors their piece of plastic, then they're like, "Oh, I can't wait for this to happen and stuff like this."
Yeah, we know they all idiots though. But, I mean, we know they all idiots, man. They can only look. They got tunnel vision, yo. We know that. And they can't see each side of the street. They can only see what's right in front of them.
And let's not even just talk about Xbox, guys. Because if this was announced for Sony, the Sony fanboys would be saying the same thing. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is wonderful. I can't wait to upgrade my PlayStation." When we sat there and talk about PC all the time, and we're like, "Oh no, I'm not going to pay to upgrade. You got to upgrade every year. That's stupid. I don't want to do that."
So. Right. Yeah, I have my issues with both, so that's why I said when you have both, you have the right to critique and criticize both.
And I want to say something else. I'm glad that y'all didn't go to another topic, because I left out the room for like a good 2 to 3 minutes, and I came back, y'all still talking. That's good. I'm glad y'all didn't go to another topic and start with me, because I was like, "Oops, my bad." But anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can move on then, right?
Yes.
Let's go on to the Division. The Division just came out this past week, about a week ago.
Great game, by the way.
Okay. First impressions of the game. We'll get into the first impressions, but first and foremost, we'll get into this. There already been hackers confirmed in the game already. Now, I haven't heard about the hackers being confirmed on the console side of it, although there's a lot of fuckery that goes on in the console side. But as far as like the hacks and the extent of the hacks, primarily on the PC side of things, and I'll let Tick kind of get into that. What's what those are?
Oh yeah, so from what I saw in the video, it was only like a 3-minute long video on the page. There was a guy just running around. He had obviously speed hacks on. If you don't know what a speed hack is, it makes you run incredibly fast. he also had what's it called? Where you can see through walls. I forgot what the term is called, but he had that on, so he could see anybody through the wall. What it would do? Yeah, wall hacking. Yeah, so you could see like their names and their power bar through anything. And then on top of that, he had aimbot. So aimbot is kind of like what consoles have with aim assist, but like times 5. It just instantly locks in on you. It stays there. So he had that on, and it was just aiming on people's heads the whole time. And then he had like where he just shoots like incredibly fast, doesn't have to reload. He was just shooting extremely fast, and shooting in a straight line. So it was a no recoil hack too. So it was a lot, a lot of stuff that's really cheap. You can't beat somebody that's running all that. You're just gonna die. So.
Okay. What you think, Merc?
I kind of decided to stay away from the game, so because I did see the problems that people was talking about, and I just thought I would just wait and let them test the game out, because I did want to check it out, because it is a loot based game, and you know I like loot based games. So
yeah, I remember we was talking about getting that game when that shit was first announced. We were like, hell yeah, we getting this shit. And I remember you asked me, was I gonna get it? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm like, you gonna get it? We're like, yeah. And I take it, neither one of us bought that shit. Neither one of us bought it. Tick, you got it on PC?
No, I never bought it yet. Only because of that little DLC. You remember the video I did about the DLC thing? So I don't like how it seemed like they're trying to do that Destiny nickel and dime, you know, nonsense. So I want to find it for like cheap.
They said Brooklyn was actually in there, so
yeah, I know all that.
People thought that they was gonna sell that for DLC.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that they make you pay for is already in the game. They just nickel and diming people for some change, bro. Because it was already in the game, and it was like, we're just gonna hold it off and make it so you have to pay for it. Mm-hmm. But I don't like that whole concept, so I was trying to wait till it was like $30-something, but it seemed like nobody wanted to sell it for no less than $40-something. So I might just go ahead and cave and buy it.
Yeah, this was the game that I was hoping would have like had me like, yo, this is a third person game that I want to play, that I needed to play, that I've been yearning to play since I seen this shit. But it's just too much going on. Like I said, if I do decide to get it, I actually quote myself on saying like this was one of them games that you almost had to get day one in order to keep up.
You kind of do.
But I didn't do that. And I wasn't gonna do that. I stuck to my guns and just was like, you know what, discretion is the better part of valor. So I kind of like backed off.
You don't have to get it day one. To be honest with you, only thing you get put in the dead zone, but I think most of the people in the dead zone will be around your level. No, they probably won't. They'll be high. But you only can get killed by other players if you step inside the dead zone. So if you just wait and level up and get to like the top level, you can do that in literally 15 hours. Apparently, to this article I just saw, somebody got to the top cap in like 15 hours. If you want to know life, you can get there in 15 hours and then hop in the dead zone and go nuts.
It won't happen. Yeah, I'll just, like I said, I may get it later, so I'm not dismissing the game entirely, but just looking at some of the stuff that I seen in the game, it was some stuff that just was like, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my money getting it, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. So
yeah, it ain't a game for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I only enjoy like a handful of games right now, and I'd probably say Rainbow Six Siege is probably the game I had the most fun playing right now. Whatever. Alright. It damn sure ain't Street Fighter. I couldn't tell you the last time I played that.
You just had to be petty and throw that in there, didn't you?
Yup, just like you had to be petty and tell me to kill myself.
Kill yourself. No poking it. Hold on, G, how low you said that.
Yeah, we'll move along. We'll move along and go into this would be another quick one, just like Battlefront was. No Man's Sky.
No man cares.
What's your in like 5 words or less? What's your thoughts on this one, Merc? No Man's Sky.
Don't buy that shit.
Right.
You missing one word, bro.
I got no. It was 5 words or less. I got 4 words. The cure for insomnia. That's it. No Man's Buy. That's what I say. I won't buy that shit. I won't buy it. And if you need something like a sleep simulator or something to help you go to sleep, then buy it. Cause that shit look boring as fuck. I don't care how much shit they put into that. That game just looks, man. I don't want it. I don't even want to talk about that shit no more. Moving forward, this was kind of off the cuff, and I didn't even really discuss it too much with you all, but I did like hint towards it. But 2K YouTubers, NBA 2K16 YouTubers getting hit with copyright strikes for different reasons. And another one, and to add on to a topic with this female movement that's going on in the 2K community, primarily on the PS4. Yeah, I'll just shed a little insight as to what I'm talking about if you all not in the know. Recently, a few NBA 2K16 YouTubers been getting hit over the head with copyright strikes for various reasons, such as the music they putting in the background of their videos. You know, they all them park players, they all love to put trap music in their videos, and they've been getting caught doing that. You got a couple people been using some exploits in the game, and they've been getting caught and getting banned. And then YouTube has been hitting them over the head, and other people has claimed that they're using their material and then they're uploading it. Now, recently we had a person. I won't say the person's name because I'm quite sure they don't want me to mention it, their name that is. But you had a female YouTuber, 2K YouTuber, recently get slapped with a copyright strike because she used another guy's someone else's thumbnail in her video. Now this guy had maybe 200,000 views on that video using that thumbnail for what it was, and she used the same thumbnail to kind of like piggyback off of what he did, and he found out and he slapped a copyright strike on her, and she went on Twitter and all types of shit, just like saying, yo, please take the strike off. I'll take the thumbnail off. I'll take the thumbnail off. He never said anything, and then he turned around and said, look, I'll do it on one condition: get rid of the thumbnail. She never responded to it. She still hasn't done it to this day, and then turned around and trying to do a counter trying to claim that she used the thumbnail in fair use. All in all, I think that is corny, and I'm gonna say that I said all that to say this: when you females on this 2K scene or whatever you get into that's a male-dominated entity, the first thing you say is, yeah, I just want to be treated fair. I don't want y'all to treat me different because I'm a girl. I don't want y'all to, you know what I mean? But then when you get hit over the head with them haymakers, when you mess up, the first thing you do is retract and say, oh, well, I'm new at this. Oh, don't do me like this. Why you trying to do this? And, oh, y'all hating on me because I'm a girl. You get in the ring. You get in the ring with the big boys. Be prepared to take the big boy lumps. That's pretty much all I really got to say about that. If y'all want to add something to it, please be my guest. Nobody?
Got nothing to say about that.
Not really. I mean, she can't really do that. She used somebody else's shit, so.
Oh man, all I gotta say is she took it to a whole nother level.
I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm not gonna say that with you today, man. It's like you saying it like you want me to say it with you, and I'm not.
If you say it, you take it to a whole nother level.
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay on this level in my lane.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm
took
smart.
It to a whole nother.
I wish I had one of them. I should mute you. Alright, I'm gonna mute him, and he gonna get mad and
I ain't gonna do a 30-minute video about you.
Make a bunch of tweets and videos about me, and then he'll be back in 2 weeks.
Right.
Some people out there talking all that tough shit, but yeah.
Oh.
But yep, I did it. We'll keep it moving then. Like I said, man, for all y'all out there that's making these 2K, I'm not doing that to detract y'all from doing this shit, man. Y'all do what y'all love doing. Just don't be a dirtbag when you out here doing it. You know, everybody want to be famous and shit like that, but don't nobody want to put in the work to be famous. Instant gratification era, man, that y'all internet age people are into right now. It's pretty depressing, man. I pray for y'all though. But I keep it moving. Gears of War 4 has some backstory. When I remember when we said, I was like, if Marcus Phoenix not in, I don't know if I can really be into it. And come to find out that the main protagonist in the game, the guy that you all seen, was Marcus Phoenix's son. I believe his name was JD Phoenix. So, yeah, it's going a completely different way. I can kind of see how and why they did it. So, I mean, it's whatever with me. Gears of War is still that game, not counting Judgment. But Merc, I know you like Gears, so what's your take on Gears of War 4? Does that intrigue you, or does it detract you more so the fact that it doesn't look like Marcus Phoenix is going to be in the game?
Well, I really don't care because, I think Marcus kind of like ran his course a little bit. They're trying to switch it up a little bit. So I'll check the game out. I mean, I gotta roll with it because it's Gears. I always be playing Gears, so I gotta check it out.
Tick.
Mad you and asked me about Gears of War.
Yeah, we know Tick ain't gonna.
Hey man, I thought I include him. Maybe,
I know it's cool.
Maybe this time around he might take it to a whole. No, I'm just playing.
I was hoping you was gonna take it to that level, though.
I thought you had a friend.
I thought you was gonna do it. But I ain't gonna lie, I might try it out. Just because. Everybody was saying the reason I ain't like 1 was because the controls were worse on that. They made it easier in the second and the third one and stuff. I never played those to confirm that, but my whole problem was 1, the controls. So if that's true, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I might try it.
The controls were kind of janky in part 1. You had to get used to it, but some people didn't want to get used to it. All right, some PC news. We got PC news.
We could segue with the Gears thing because Gears of War Ultimate Edition that released on the PC runs like doo-doo.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I didn't know you had that in the notes.
Yeah, on the flip side, I know all about it. On the flip side, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. We all complained. The people that got it on the Xbox One. We complained about the shotgun being trash and stuff like that. All I can say is the PC got it worse. Not only is the shotgun not right, despite what anybody tells you, shotgun is still not right on the PC, and sound is really bad. It's off. I watched the homie JG stream it, and the sound was just horrible. And he told me himself, like, yo man, it feel kind of bad sometimes, man. Like, and then they got a block on it where you can't even stream it.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you can't even stream it. I don't know if you can't stream it or you can't record it. One or the other. I don't know, because it's on Windows 10. You gotta have Windows 10 in order to play it. So I don't know if it's a glitch with Windows 10. But I was complaining about Windows 10 months ago about how it was messing my whole shit up. So yeah, so that's about it, man, for Gears of War 4, man. We'll keep this flowing.
That Windows 10 thing is dumb though, bro. Like, they make it so you can't turn. What they said, you can't turn vertical sync off in some other settings.
Yeah, you can't change like certain settings on games that's in the Windows store.
Like, what is Microsoft doing? Like,
they fucking it up because like PC gamers already didn't want to mess with that Windows 10 shit, but then like when they cut off the option of you changing settings, it just pisses them off even more.
Yeah, you might as well keep them games on Xbox, and you're gonna make them come to the PC and not let us change it. We don't like not being able to alter things in the PC world. Just want to let you guys know that, Mr. Microsoft. Don't do that. You might as well keep that over there.
So you all prefer on PC? You all prefer what, Windows 8?
I like Windows 7.
7.
I always like. 7 was my favorite personally, but you got a lot of stuff, man, that they kind of phasing 7 out of. So I've seen that personally, like certain things like Windows 7, like hell, like with this fucking my Elgato. It was act like it didn't want to recognize my shit when for Windows 7 on my other computer. Mine
worked fine.
Yeah, it act like it didn't want to do it. It kept telling me you had to have this version or some shit.
That's because you don't know nothing about PCs.
All right, well, whatever.
Most people don't know nothing about PCs.
Yeah, then like a lot of times when I like try to go on certain websites and stuff, if it's over like Windows 7, some shit don't even work with stuff that's over Windows 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, more PC news. Nvidia releases, man, this is crazy right here, man. This is pretty bad. Nvidia released some drivers that crashed a lot of people's computers, as well as blue screened it. Yeah. So if you've been a victim of this, you know what we're talking about. If you haven't had that happen to you yet, please do not use these new drivers for Nvidia. If your shit is not broke, don't fix it. Leave your shit the way you got it. Please. So, Tick.
Yo.
Were you smart enough? Well, I won't say smart enough. Did you
Yo,
dodge
funny.
that bullet?
Yo, funny though. Yo, gonna say smart enough. What you trying to say, cuz?
No, I'm about to say, was you smart enough to avoid it? But I mean, it really was no way of avoiding it. It was like, was you just one of the lucky ones that didn't do it?
I'm just saying, bro. If you lived in Baltimore, you'd have got Stone Cold started after that. But anyway, yeah, I didn't download it, bro. First of all, I never really download drivers instantly. I like to wait and see what people say about them first before I do it. So I have mine set to notify me first before, trying to update. So it don't do it automatically. But it was the 364.51 drivers that Nvidia dropped, and it caused blue screens, freezes, boot up problems with Windows. It kept restarting in loops. You lost sound, graphical artifacts. It burnt up people's cards, everything. And my homeboy, like one of my homeboys, downloaded it. Like I remember him saying in Discord, he was like, "Yo, I'll be right back. I'm about to download these drivers." It was like 2 hours later, yo, came back. I was like, what happened, yo? He's like, man, these drivers I downloaded, yo, they kept crashing in my computer and stuff, bro. So it was real. It was real. But they since then pulled those drivers, though. So they have a beta version out now that's supposed to run a little better.
Merc.
Man, I'm glad them motherfuckers fucked up. Fucking video. Nah, I'm just saying, I think that I'm glad that it kind of happened because AMD, they've been getting shitted on lately because like a lot of games and stuff, they always make sure that they optimize everything for Nvidia, and then like AMD like always gets a short end of the stick because I use AMD because I'm cheap as hell, so but I just feel sorry for the people who video cards blew up though.
Yeah, that's bad, man. You never want to wish that on nobody, man. Especially some shit that ain't self-inflicted. Like, yeah, it's your fault, but if it ain't your fault, you just unsuspectingly had that happen to you. That's tragic.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I do the same thing Tick do. I wait to hear what's going on before I install drivers because AMD they known for having bad drivers every now and then. So
and you know what's messed up about the Nvidia joint though? Like it's not the developer's fault. It's that Nvidia, they do some shiesty stuff in the business. So they tell them to put Nvidia GameWorks in their games, and it doesn't let the AMD drivers work that well. So that's why that happens. So it's not really the developer.
All right, and you spoke on AMD. What's the word on this external GPU for AMD, Merc?
Well, they've been having news coming out that they're about to come out with the external GPU thing, and all it is like the only requirements is that you have a Thunderbolt, USB, and you have to have at least what is it, 390? No, R9 380X and up. R9 380 and up. Yeah, that's what it is.
Wait, that's dumb. I thought that they made it like so for like say if I had a gamer laptop, right, and, and I had like a i5, so the graphics card wasn't the best. It was like okay, so I could buy this thing to make it so I could actually play these specific games at a higher fidelity. But you gotta have like a 380X just to even do it.
At least a 380 at least.
That's
and you
dumb.
can put it in the external thing, and I guess it has its own power.
So
and everything.
Oh, okay. I mean,
you don't have to put it inside your computer, so all you have to do is just plug it up into the Thunderbolt USB.
See, what I was thinking was you were saying that you had to have a 380 already in your laptop just to even use the device, but you saying you got to put a 380 in that.
Yes.
See, you took it to a whole other level, baby. I see. Okay, I got you.
But this would.
Oh boy.
This possibly could be something that Xbox could integrate into that upgradable thing that they was talking about. So they might come out with an Xbox next time that has a Thunderbolt that you could just put one of these GPUs in and make the Xbox stronger.
No.
I'm just saying the possibilities of the product.
Yeah. Okay.
You just take your Xbox to a
Believe when I see it.
Never.
And the dish ran away with the spoon. Alright, switching gears real quickly. You got Rocket League. This is the game that just don't want to go away, y'all. Rocket League.
It's gonna keep
staying out here. They staying out here and they add more out here. Recently they just added the Batmobile to the game, and now it's being said that they are getting a basketball mode. Yes, I said it. A basketball mode.
I want that football mode.
How the hell you gonna be playing basketball with cars? I don't know. Same thing we say how you gonna be playing soccer with cars, and it turned out to be pretty fun. So we'll see how that goes.
Can I slam dunk though?
I don't know. All I saw was a screenshot, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, me and Merc played Rocket League a lot, so we'll see. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll see. Enough of that. Let's go to another interesting. This was actually pretty interesting. Digital gaming sales hit a record of $61 billion, yo, by reports of CNBC. That is crazy. Now, Tick.
Yo.
I need to know, man. Wasn't this brought up before that initially that when these newer consoles came out that they were just going to be primarily just digital downloads and stuff like that, digital copies of games?
Yep.
And it's looking like that's the way reading that, that's looking like that's the way it's going to go.
Yep. Because yeah, that shows a lot of people were wrong, because you know when the console came out, console team came out and said they were just gonna make their games digital, you know, it was a huge uproar, and they took an L. They took an L forever. Like, they're still taking L's, and they're not even doing anything bad no more. But it just goes to show that, you know, people feel like it's better to buy a game without having to go out to the store and pick it up. Now, me, I like getting hard copies. No homo. I like getting hard copies of games. But for the PC though, like, one, it's harder to find them because a lot of game stores don't have PC games. Like, Target typically sells them. My job sells them. But I like to get them for a cheap price too. You know, I can get a game, for instance, The Division, I can get it for like $40-something. Wow, if I go buy it new at $60, now I want to spend that $60, so I just get the digital copy. Plus, to be honest with you, it's like no reason to really buy physical copies anymore. Like, mainly back in the day, I used to like to collect them, and then I used to like reading the manuals, but you don't get nothing for a manual no more. Like,
you don't even get a manual anymore.
Yeah, like,
and then on top of that, you putting it on a hard drive any damn way. When you get these games, you got to install them on a hard drive. So.
Because they've pretty much made the systems, they were making them more like PCs, so they were making it so you had to install them. Plus, like, a lot of these games are way bigger than a Blu-ray disc for the most part. So actually, no, they just made them more like PCs, where they were already going to make them just digital games anyway. Even Sony, but Sony saw what happened to Microsoft, so they hurried up and tried to flip the script on it. But they were trying to make them like PCs where you just have to install the game. So no matter what you do, when you buy the hard physical copy, you still have to, you know, install the title. So it's kind of pointless.
All right, Merc, what you think?
Well, with me, I enjoy both of them because with my son, I game share with him, so I buy digital games for the games that me and him we could play together. But I do like to have physical copies too. So the games that I'm only playing myself, that I'm not allowing my son to play, I buy in physical copies. But then when Xbox Live was down, you know, that's when all of my digital copies didn't work.
Ooh.
I had to use my physical games to play the games that was on my Xbox, because it always would tell you to put in the disc when the Xbox Live was messing up.
See, they need to fix that.
For your digital games, yeah. So
Steam Origin, and none of them don't do that.
Yeah, so I don't know what was going on with it, but I like my physical copies because, and plus I GameFly, so I mean, when I'm gone for like that whole month, I'm taking my Xbox with me, so you know, at least my physical copies, I know that will work. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen if I don't have internet connection when I'm gone. So,
man, that's crazy, bro.
I mean, I'm still the type of person, man. I buy Blu-ray. I got like so many Blu-rays, bro. I like to buy them. I don't do Netflix. First of all, Blu-ray copies look way better when it comes to the detail. Second, I like to collect the boxes. I like to collect them. I ain't gonna lie. I'm weird that way.
Blu-ray?
Hell yeah, but I buy Blu-rays just about every week. I ain't even gonna lie. I go right to the store and buy a movie.
Shit, I go right to torrent.
Yeah, but the quality is garbage on them torrents though, bro.
Shit, mine is crisp.
Nah, that's because you want them to be crisp, because you don't want to spend that crispy money. That's
Blu-ray rip.
Yeah,
Crisp.
If it ain't
Right, like a freshly ironed pair of pants.
If it ain't 40 gigabytes of a file, it ain't Blu-ray.
Alright. Well, my personal opinion, I think, like I said, I've always been a fan of both. I think both is good. I mean, just pick your preference. Will I be mad if they went strictly digital? Probably not. I mean, I would think that they would have to fix that one issue, because I think that they rely, like these newer consoles, all this stuff now is internet age, so it's like everything is relied on being online and hooked to being online, so everything can update itself and get updated. I grew up in an era where of course physical copies were king, because you had to have that cartridge or that disc in there in order to play the game.
Right.
It wasn't okay, it only work on my system, so only my system can have this, that, or third. It was either, okay, I'm gonna bring this game over your house, we gonna play it, or I'm gonna bring my memory card over here and we're gonna have all the updated rosters and all. You know how that go.
Yo,
so that's how that went.
It was only one game that I knew of that you could play and take the game out and still be playing it. I don't know how they did it, but it was Ridge Racer on the PlayStation, bro. Can you remember how you could put a musical CD in and it'll play the music from your CD while you were racing? You know, you must never done it or had that game. But you could do that with
Racer?
Yeah, the very first Ridge Racer you could actually take out while the game was on. You could get it to the start menu and take the game out and then put in a music disc, and you can still play the game while your music's playing. Like, it'll play songs for the radio that's from your disc.
Nah, I ain't never do that one. I never had that game. I mean, when I think about like having like backups and saving and stuff like that, like, you know, them old Nintendo games, you play the game, you had to play it and you had to beat it right then and there. Only games I ever remember having like
Zelda.
backup battery saves was Zelda and Baseball Stars.
Right.
Those were the only games, and you had to hold the reset button down for however long and then hit the power button, and then you can go back and finish it when you turn the game back on. So I mean, I think it's the new wave, so you just try to adapt to, you know, the way things are going now. So that being said, we'll move on. Last couple topics we got for y'all is this finally the update everybody's been waiting for the PS4 PlayStation fans? The 3.50 update revealed, and the one thing that we've been asking for forever might actually be happening. Like I say, I won't hold my breath, but it might actually be happening, and that's the ability to appear offline.
Right.
On PlayStation 4. Now, like many of you, I have people, you know, on my friends list that, I mean, I'm cool with everybody that's on my friends list, but sometimes you get that occasional person or two that, you know, they see you playing something completely different than you, but they send you 100 invitations to whatever party they in. And they, you know, it's just, sometimes you just want to play the game and be online playing the game, but you don't want everybody else to know you online playing something. That's all it is, man. So what's your take on that when Merc on PS4, this new update? I don't know what all the update includes. I didn't read all of it, but the one that stood out was the fact that you can appear offline.
Yep, I'm glad they finally coming out with this update because PlayStation they take forever for their damn updates and shit. But I mean, about time because I know it's I haven't been on my PlayStation ever since the Uncharted beta. Then before then, it might have been 3 months since I've been on that motherfucker. But it's just collecting dust. So, I mean, I'm just glad they finally doing it. So, because I feel you because like I've been trying to get off of Destiny and then these motherfuckers on Xbox they just keep sending me messages trying to get me to play Destiny. I told them I don't want to play that shit no more.
Proud of you, Merc. So proud. I can't stress that enough now. I almost came out, man. So proud, man.
Yeah, the thug too.
Man, on the real. On the thug tail, that hard crunchy one that don't want to get past your eyelashes. It's right there. So Tick, what you think since you are a PlayStation 4 owner?
Whole time I didn't even know you couldn't do none of that. So that's I didn't know this, man. I didn't know. So now that I'll be able to hide offline, I rarely used that on the Xbox though. When I had the 360, like I think it was only a few times I would use it just so people wouldn't know that I was playing certain games, so they wouldn't invite me to like Call of Duty or something. But I really don't have that much of a problem on PlayStation 4. Like half the time I don't even know what's going on it anyway. Like I see like it'd be like somebody join a party with somebody you could join too. I don't know if that's somebody invite me to a party or it's just notifying me that somebody joined a party.
Yeah, it's just notifying you that your friends joined the party.
Oh, can you turn that off? Because that is annoying.
Yeah, you go to your notifications.
That's annoying as hell.
Yeah, go to your notification. I got all that shit turned off. Like when I'm recording, like say I'm recording like some 2K stuff, I turn all my notifications off because I don't want nobody putting me in no group. Like that group message and shit, that shit is the worst too. When somebody they send all their friends a mess. Like I had this one dude on my friends list because we played Pro-Am together. So he's like, yo man, let me add you, son. All right, cool. This dude, I guess he want to be a YouTuber or whatever. Every time he upload a video, he links the video and for all his friends and shit like that. And they all be like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, me too, blah, blah. Oh man, I don't know nobody want to see that shit. I'm like, dude, keep me out of them shits. I told him one time, he did it again. I'm like, dude, I just dropped them off, removed from my friends list, man. I'm like, man, I warned you, man. I told you, man. I told you. I don't want to mess with you. So, and then you got some people, man, that they play games that they don't, probably don't want other people. Like, what's that new game that just came out free on PlayStation Plus? Like, what the fuck is it called? I don't know, something, bro. I don't
Bro
know.
Force?
Bang Bros, Bro
Force, bro. This dude said Bang Bro.
Bro Force, yeah, that shit just came out on PlayStation Plus, so it's like free, I guess, for however long. I'm gonna actually check that out too. But you got some people that like to play more obscure games, and they don't want everybody knowing what they playing. So, I mean, that shit was lovely on Xbox Live. Because I played up half the time I was playing, I was showing myself offline. Like I'm straight. It's good. I don't need 100 invitations and shit like that to play nothing. No, I don't feel like playing Call of Duty. So, yeah. So I think that's a good thing if they actually do it. Because they've been hollering for how long? You can't do it. They couldn't do that. And then what was the other thing that they couldn't do? You couldn't change your PSN.
Yep.
Yo, I don't think they added that.
No, I know. I'm just saying that was the two things that I remember. Remember when we did the show when we were talking about what we didn't like about this and what we didn't like about that console, and that was one of the things that we all stressed about Sony. It was like how you can't show yourself offline and how you can't change your PSN. And they was like, oh, well, we can't do that, and finally, at least they getting some of it done, so that's cool.
Oh snap! They got an emulator for the PS3 games running real good with that DirectX 12. I just saw the news on. I'm sorry. So you can play the PS3 games on your PC.
Or I can play my PS3 games on my PS3.
Nah, why would you want garbage though? You can run it at 60 FPS. But anyway, next news.
Yeah. We'll get into the last topic. Cliffy B. If you don't know who he is, just Google him.
He's a douche.
He was the dude that was wasn't he like the guy that was responsible for Gears of War?
Mm-hmm.
That's when they're like his claim to fame.
Something.
Yeah, the whole Epic Games deal. He called out Olivia Munn. If you don't know who Olivia Munn is, she was actually on G4 back in the day, and ain't she the girlfriend of what's the dude name? Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
And she dope though. I ain't gonna lie, she a tight little piece. He called her out, and also this is the reason why I guess. But she's also starring in the new X-Men Apocalypse. She's playing what, Psylocke, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think she's gonna be Psylocke in a new X-Men Apocalypse movie. And he said, and I quote, "Folks, Olivia Munn is a bad person. She is the embodiment of appropriating nerd culture and using it for her gain. Don't trust her." Now, I don't know about y'all, but that sounded to me like this in layman's terms, without all the big, 4-syllable words that some of y'all probably don't understand. It just basically sounded like she using her looks to get in a field that she knows nothing about, and she's basically being exposed for like not knowing anything. That's just pretty much what it sounds like to me. Like she don't really know the genre she's in. She's just in it just because she's in it, and it's easy for her to get in it. And she know a bunch of nerds are gonna back her because she's cute. But she ain't no Morgan Webb. That's pretty much what he's saying.
She's okay, but she's not real.
Pretty much, yeah. It's faultiness. So, what y'all think about that, man? Do y'all agree with him, or, I mean, have she ever displayed any? I did see an interview she did with who was that with? And they asked her about her G4 days, and she kind of like, it was almost like she didn't even want to be associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yeah, I just want to move forward. And so like, that's how everybody know you. And then you still you doing comic movies and shit like that. So, I mean, you have to know the background of what you're doing. Otherwise, the people are not going to take you serious. Like, if you don't know the character, who's going to take you serious? I mean, look at how much they ripped Megan Fox. I mean, she cute, but she can't act. I mean, seriously, she can't act.
Mm-hmm.
And they had her playing April O'Neil. And I said the one thing I didn't like about that Ninja Turtle movie was, to me, it wasn't about the turtles. It was about April O'Neil too much. It was like the April O'Neil movie. And I was like, I didn't like that. To me, she's one of them chicks that should be just seen and very seldom heard, for real.
She's a female Keanu Reeves. Man,
pretty much. But that's my take on that.
All right. Well, I kind of read the tweets and stuff that Cliffy B did, and like the way he made it sound like she dissed like his friends or something like that because he was trying to go up and talk to her or something like that. So I don't know if it was like something personal or if he really feels like that. But I mean, to me, she was a funny chick on G4 when I used to watch it back in the day and stuff like that. So, I mean, if she's like that, I feel bad for the people who do support her, but I don't know. She's kind of a goofy chick. I like her, so.
I didn't even know who. I don't know who she is, and I didn't know she was on G4 because she probably was on a show I never watched. Attack of the Show, right?
Was it Attack of the Show? Was she on there with Adam Sessler?
No, that was one.
No, that was the other chick. That was the chick with the square chin. Or something.
Yeah, with that strong chin.
Yeah, with that strong ass chin.
Yeah, she look like she can crack walnuts with that motherfucker. Working well.
Yeah, but I mean, like back in the day, like
what
G4
the fuck show was she on?
She was on Attack of the Show. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, Attack of the Show, yeah. But like G4 kind of did like a lot of them motherfuckers wrong. So I mean, I kind of understand why she wouldn't want to associate with G4 anymore because like the way that they did like Adam Sessler and all them, they kind of did them kind of wrong.
Yeah, man, G4 was the shit, man. But they played themselves out. They went corporate, and next you know, it went from Pulse and Icons and shit like that to G4 Squared, G4 Tech TV. And before you know it, we was watching Cops and Cheaters all day.
Okay, yeah.
So that was bad. I think I would love to see something like that now, especially with how popular gaming is now. And I recently seen a tournament, MKX tournament on WGN here in Chicago. Like, I bullshit you not, it was a tournament. It was on television. And I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, did I really read that on my guide while I'm turning channels right? So I turned to it, and I'm sitting there watching this Sonic Fox dude whoop everybody's ass. I'm like, wow, they really showing this shit on TV. So I think that would be good, man, for the culture, yo, for gaming, man, to get that not this esports bullshit, but just like everything, man, like every aspect, not just the competitive, the competitive shooters and shit like that. Like, I like watching that shit. Like, I used to watch that Madden shit they used to do when them guys was on the bus. And,
Madden. What's it called?
Yeah, I like anything gaming related. I would like to see that. I forgot what it was called. Somebody will correct us in the comment section if they listen this long.
I used to want to be on that show so bad.
Not me, because I don't play Madden like that. I'm not that good. I gotta admit that. I've never been really that good at Madden. So we'll close things out, and we'll say our goodbyes, our farewells. Start off with you, Tick. What's your closing statement, sir?
Well, this was longer than we planned. And about the whole G4 thing, like I know somebody gonna say it. Like, YouTube is very similar, I guess you could say, to, you got the channels and they talk about gaming, but it was just YouTube doesn't really do it for me like G4 did. I liked it best when I could sit and watch my TV and not sit on the computer or on my cell phone to watch it. Even though I have a smart TV, but it was just better that way. But anyway,
damn shame when the TV's smarter than you.
Oh shit! You took it to a whole nother level. Okay. Anyway.
I knew you were gonna say it again when I said that.
But yeah, man, this was a long time coming. We took a while to do this podcast, but I'm glad we got it done, and we got to try to get another one. Yeah, it is late. We got to try to get another one done before this dude Mercu go on his cruise to Gilligan Islands or whatever he's going. But that's all I got, man.
He's gonna be out there in the Bermuda Triangle with some ugly dude pulling up on him saying, "I'm the captain now."
Oh man.
All right, well, I guess it's on you, Merc.
All right, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. Now I gotta go out here and sneak out here and shake my wife awake so I can draw on this bang.
Dude, bro.
But yeah, man. I enjoyed the podcast today. I hope y'all did. I'm gonna be gone for a little while, so I can make all kinds of money.
Yeah.
He's going to the moon, guys, if you didn't know. For a whole entire month.
Yeah. Man on the Moon Part 3, Kid Cudi featuring Mercu. Album in stores. Alright, in closing for me, I really ain't got nothing, man. It's late, I'm tired. Nothing, man. I really got nothing, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tapped out, and I'm about to try to be on the same shit Merc on. I'm really not gonna lie to y'all, man. So on that note, everybody's information you already know will be in SoundCloud, because I forgot to mention that earlier. I mean, the podcast will be on SoundCloud. Everybody's information will be in the description. I forgot, man. I'm sorry, yo. It was late doing this, and if you stuck around to the end, much gratitude to you. Y'all the real MVPs, man. Spread the word, man, because we put a lot of effort in doing this shit and getting this shit out here to y'all. We're getting y'all like these. We don't just say that as a catchphrase. Non-biased, objective opinions from console gamers and PC gamers. That's what we do. We're not just one-sided monkeys that can only see, what's in front of us. We're not like those horses that they keep them blinders on the side. We can, just see it in front of you.
And plus, our podcast is on a whole nother level. So,
yeah. What he said.
We got music, gameplay, all that.
Yeah, and we ain't insulting each other every 5 minutes either. So, but
You
like I
call me
said,
dumb
man,
like 5 times though.
No, I ain't really.
I got no mess with you.
But like I said, I mean, you never hear me really say it, but we are up there, yo. Like a lot of these cats, we don't have the viewership that these other podcasts have, but once it happens, yo, the real gonna recognize the real out here, y'all. A lot of these dudes out here, they know it, they see it, they don't want to fuck with us because they know they can't fuck with us. So on that note, oh yeah, for the dude that was supposed to be on here the last couple times that bitched out, yeah, buddy, I know what you're doing. You scared? It's cool, but on that note, only he knows who he is. So the three of us know, but if you listen to it, you know I'm talking about you, motherfucker. We out of here, y'all. Deuces.
Bye. Oh, there you go.